Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back to do part 2 of the reading that I started, and then my camera on my phone cut off. So I wanted just to continue on because I'm really enjoying this style of reading, and of course, you know, when I'm looking at messages from my dad, I really just love connecting with my dad. So, and I hope you guys do too. So for those of you who are new and didn't see part 1, basically, I have this piece of cloth from this kid's t-shirt that it's actually it was a pajama top for a child, and I cut it because my dad wanted to drive a bigger tractor when he got to heaven. My dad passed in 2020, and so I feel a very special connection to my dad in spirit. And I feel like he's always looking out for me, but he did give the best advice. And so I'm back here reading, giving some messages and from him and some good advice. And I'm looking to see what comes through. So I do want to say a big thank you to everybody who has donated. All the links to donate are going to be in the description box and in the comments if you'd like to donate and support my rebuild. Because my dad died in 2020, I spent the last 10 months without housing. I am recording from a new space, and I do have a lot to share about that. So, but I am going to jump in and just see what else I get. I left off, there were some cool things that had come through, and I left off basically saying, I think there was something that you guys are going to get fixed. Or I think I was talking about contracts and things coming through for contracts and money. I do see there's two. There's this piece here, which is, to me, it's like a good luck with money. And then the penny. All of the pennies in my charm bag are found. So this is unexpected money. You know, my dad was a physician. So in this piece, I got around the time I suffered a personal injury. And it's interesting, there's like a medical energy thing here coming through. So some of you are actually going to get something done or have the money to get something done. Maybe you haven't had money because, you know, you've had medical bills, or maybe there's been things that you wanted to get done. It could be anything medically wise. Maybe you just need to go see the doctor. You're going to have money to go, okay? If for whatever reason, like you haven't been able to go, like I haven't been able to afford it, I feel like some of you are going to unexpectedly have the money to go, and you're going to get some medical things done. I'm seeing that. I also feel like there's just a lot of blessings with the two. It's like the two coins, kind of. I want to say it's kind of like money for different things that maybe you would not be able to afford, or just good luck with money. To me, this is like very fortunate, good fortune with money. I see some of you getting things done that maybe you hadn't been able to afford before. You know, my dad was kind of like a high roller, or at least he wanted to be. So it's kind of like some of you might be spending money on things that maybe you haven't recently, or maybe you haven't in the past. You know, I feel like the pandemic really, for a lot of people, made everybody kind of contract, or what's it called, retract a little bit, curl inwards, and not expand so much. So some of you are going to be really expanding and spending money on things that maybe you haven't done a lot in the past. Some of you are going to be spending money on landscaping. I see this little trowel here. My dad did a lot of digging in his garden. He loved to garden. So you're going to be doing like some planting, some gardening. I see some of you spending money going out to eat, or going out for drinks, or doing things socially. Could be any kind of social activity. It doesn't have to be like at a bar or anything like that. My dad didn't really drink. He had like a little, but very, very little. So I don't necessarily feel like it's alcohol. To me, it's more social activity, spending money and just going out and being social with friends, maybe going out for coffee, or grabbing a tea with somebody somewhere. I definitely feel like some of you need to do things that you used to do, but you just haven't like had the time to do it, or you like maybe you've been a little bit depleted. You know, one of the messages from my dad is to remember to put your feet up, to get your R&R time. My dad worked so hard. Of course, we have the tractor here. So some of you are working really, really hard and you aren't taking the time to rest. And I feel like it's really, really important for you to do so. To take the time to rest, to take the time off. My dad never really got to enjoy his retirement. So for some of you, those of you who are like, say, or over 45, like, you know, you really want to think about, okay, like I want to be, you know, maybe saving for retirement or thinking about retiring. I do think, you know, it's interesting. My dad didn't really do exercise or physical therapy in the normal way. His exercise was splitting wood, or his exercise was working, you know, digging something up in the garden, working on a stone wall. It was kind of more physical building kind of stuff. So some of you might actually like be doing some different style exercises or physical therapy. He needed to do physical therapy, and he needed to do like more massage, and he needed to do more like running, jogging. And he didn't do that. So some of you are like avoiding actually like going for a run or going for a jog or like going to the gym. I definitely see like some of you need to do that, but I also see that some of you are going to do some like alternative kind of sports type things, exercise type things. So you might do like some climbing wall stuff if there's like a climbing wall somewhere near you, or like you might be very physical in other ways. You know, you might bike, you might just do a whole bunch of other things that are physical related. They're just not like what you would think of as like going to the gym. I mean, my dad, I don't ever think he had time. He never had time to go to the gym, but like he was always physically outside doing something, lifting something. So he didn't really have to go to the gym. But I feel like some of you do need to find a balance between doing things like running, jogging, and that get your heart rate up, and then also doing things that are like activities that you wouldn't consider to be like gym type activities for exercise. Some of you are just like avoiding, like you don't want to go for a run, you don't want to go for a jog, but I definitely feel like some of you that's really necessary. I also feel like it's necessary to make sure you are taking care of your physical health and really like pay attention to, because my dad did not pay attention to things. Like he may have known that he needed to get care, but like he put it off. So like I would say like any kind of care that you need to get, like I would get it done. That's the message here. I don't necessarily feel like you need to panic. It's more of just like taking care, almost like licking your wounds, like taking care of things with yourself, and making sure you're, like doing all the things that you're supposed to be doing. Less about like, oh my God, you got to go now kind of thing. It's not like that. There's so many things here that are coming through from him. Gosh, I definitely feel like some of you are going to like put down some roots somewhere, or you're wanting to put down some roots. For some, start a family. I feel like you're going to have a very busy fall, because we have the bee here. It's very, very busy fall. My dad was very busy. But I also feel like it's important to kind of, again, that Two of Pentacles thing, it's always about like, home life, work life balance, like finding that like balance in your life. But I definitely feel like there's some breakthroughs coming. You know, we have the cloud, which is, you know, this is crying, but like this is also like any kind of negative energies are going to be dispersed. They can't get to you. So it's this very, very positive forward movement. You have help in spirit. Okay. So like the tractor, every time you see tractor is like help in spirit. You can ask your guides for help. Make sure you're asking your guides for help, and they will really, really help you. I definitely feel like some of you need to do less screen time, less phone time, less like computer time, and be outside. Like that's the last message I want to say, because my dad loved to be outside. So I think this is a great place to end. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it so much. I wish everybody the best. I send everybody big hugs, big kisses, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, take care. Bye, guys.